So this guy that's going to perform for you, he actually missed on getting his merchandise in the merch tent, but he's pretty approachable. I've never seen him bite anybody. Nibble a little bit maybe, but if you can corner him, he does have his new CD with him, and he said he'd much rather take none or fewer home than he came with. So if you want to see him, you're going to stick around for the day, Patrick? Okay. He'll be here for the day. So he's the guy with the hair, and he's got CDs. The best way I can describe him. This guy's been performing for many years. When he came to me first on that East Coast show on CKBW about 15 years ago, he was just coming in. He said, you know, I wrote this song. He was really meek and mild and shy, and it's called Dusty Pitcher. I was like, what? Dusty Pitcher. Okay. Still to this day, one of my favorites. But he has since written and released a number of albums, and actually during the whole pandemic lockdown, he did a lot of writing, and he released a brand new song. Who has heard The Right Side of the Times? Anybody? Look it up. It is a great new tune. People in the back heard it. He also is part of a duo. If you ever hear of the Nice Guys performing, he is one of those nice guys.
By name, anyway.
Oh, that's what I was going to say, yeah. On Facebook, you can check him out at Patrick Thompson Music. And if you're ready, just give a big round as we welcome this guy to our stage, Mr. Patrick Thompson.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Jonathan. So it is a beautiful day here. I see the sun peeking through every now and then. And I'm grateful to be back here for the third annual festival. All right, I'm going to start things off with, I like to start off with this song a lot. It's called Head Up. It's just kind of an optimistic song, and I stay sitting here in this beautiful property with you wonderful folks. I figure it's not a bad way to start things off. This is an optimistic song, and it's about enjoying the moments like we have today, because if we're living in the worried about what's going to happen or worried about what has happened, we miss these moments as they are actually happening. Traveling down this windy road, I got no idea where it goes. Well, I'm not worried about where I'm going. I know where I am, and my smile is showing. So head up, eyes on the skies. Well, I ain't trying to win no prize, 'cause I know it's all from within, and that the places you are become the places you've been. I've been blessed with many a friend, but not all will last till the end. The memories and the laughs we shared, don't know where they are now, but I hope they'll take care. So head up, eyes on the skies. I ain't trying to win no prize, 'cause I know it's all from within, and that the places you are become the places you've been. Well, sometimes it's hard to break even. And sometimes we can't find reason. Well, I wear my heart on my sleeve. Sometimes the question, would I believe? Right or wrong, well, it's not always clear. We're just doing our best with our time here. So head up, eyes on the skies. I ain't trying to win no prize, 'cause I know it's all from within, and that the places you are become the places you've been. Head up, eyes on the skies. I ain't trying to win no prize, 'cause I know it's all from within, and that the places you are become the places you've been. I know the places you are become the places you've been. Thank you. So this next song is called Country Home, and I'm always terrible at, I can make a set list. It doesn't matter how prepared I make my set list. I play a song, and then my biggest dilemma is what song do I play next? But as I'm sitting here in this beautiful country setting, which reminds me of where I grew up, less field and more trees where I was, but I'm seeing this beautiful house on top of the hill, so I feel like Country Home is probably an appropriate one for today. Well, there's a field in my mind where the grass is growing long, 'cause no one lives there now, for the lovers have gone. There's a stream in the middle, water's clear where it runs deep, and it's there that I remember how it felt when she used to sleep. Run like the water headed for the sea. Run until you feel free, and if you get tired of being alone, remember this old country home. Well, there's a house by the pasture, and it's not too big or small. Well, in the back I see some horses, there's no one else at all. Run like the water headed for the sea. Run until you feel free, and if you get tired of being alone, remember this old country home. Don't forget about the times of the moments you felt safe. In these memories it's hidden, you find a peaceful place. Run like the water headed for the sea. Run until you feel free, and if you get tired of being alone, remember this old country home. Yeah, run like the water headed for the sea. Run until you feel free, and if you get tired of being alone, remember this old country home. Thank you. So, as Jonathan mentioned, I've had the pleasure of recording a couple projects. The first one was kind of acoustic based, and the second one I was fortunate enough to have some very talented musicians join me. James Ramey, who was the other half of the Nice Guys that Jonathan mentioned, we play around quite a bit. Dan Ford was on drums, and Hank Middleton, who I'm actually going to be joining on stage later for his set, he put down some lead tracks on that. But this is the one song that I recorded on both projects, just because I kind of wanted to hear the acoustic version and get to hear it with the full band treatment. So this song is, I was in my early 20s, and it was the first time I had heard of the word recession and what any of that meant, and I just kind of looked around and I saw a lot of people kind of seemed like they were things we thought we needed, and then we kind of realized maybe everything we thought we needed wasn't all things we needed, and some of it was just things we wanted, and that, you know, sometimes less can be more, and oftentimes it's what you make of what you have, you know, as often as what you actually have. This is called Don't Need That Much. I kept the chorus simple. It's only 4 words. I don't need that much, 5 words. I have trouble counting above 3. So if you feel so inclined, help me out before the song's done. Well, he stocks shelves at the local grocery store 5 days a week, from 7 to 4. He takes out the trash and mops the floors. Well, everybody's thinking he must want something more. He says, I don't need that much. She passed the bar at the age of 32. Tried to figure out what she should do. Didn't take a job with no high-paying firm. She works pro bono, makes greedy people squirm. Says I don't need that much. Well, in a world filled with debt, you find it hard to pay. Try it different now, look, and you might start to say that I don't need that much. Doctor who could run a surgery. He owns a clinic where treatment is free. He doesn't care that he drives economy cars. He's happy with his life and what it's been so far. He says I don't need that much. In a world filled with debt, you find it hard to pay. Try it different now, look, and you might start to say that I don't need that much. I don't need that much. I don't need that much. Thank you very much. Sometimes that song is a good reminder for myself when I get caught up in worrying about what I don't have or what I think I need to have. So I'm glad to see that so far it just looks like we have a little bit of cloud, but none of those raindrops. But I know, hopefully the rain stays away completely till tomorrow, but it is important to have the days when the rain comes. The plants and everything don't do well, but I think also just perspective. If things are good all the time, it's easy to take it for granted. So this next song is, I haven't recorded this one yet. It's a somewhat newer song, but it's called The Rain Has Gotta Fall. And it's just about, appreciating that we gotta have a little bit of everything. And sometimes having tough days helps us appreciate the easier days. Good times, they always seem better. happier days, waiting for the sky to fall. Don't forget, oh, the rain has gotta fall, 'cause if it didn't, we wouldn't recognize the good times at all. Well, some say, what's the point of changing? Just leave it as it was, without rearranging. But you know, well, things are getting brighter. Yeah, taking it one day at a time. It gets a little lighter. So don't forget, well, the rain has gotta fall, 'cause if it didn't, we wouldn't recognize the good times at all. It caused a lot of worry, and if you look a little too hard, the right now gets blurry. So slow down, we don't have to raise, and gratitude to help you find a smile on your face. Don't forget, the rain has gotta fall, 'cause if it didn't, we wouldn't recognize the good times. Don't forget, well, the rain has gotta fall, 'cause if it didn't, we wouldn't recognize the good times at all. Thank you. And again, hopefully that rain that's got to fall waits completely until tomorrow. So I've often had songs when I'll write them, and I'm not always in a particular rush to name them. If the name doesn't come to me kind of right away, it's just miscellaneous song number 5 or some working title. So this next song I called the Word Song for quite a while, and about halfway through the first verse it'll be pretty clear why that was the working title for a while. But I didn't really put that on the album, and so I said, okay, I'll call it The One. Then when I was deciding what songs to put on, I had another song that's called You Are the One, and I said, well, those seem kind of similar to put on the same one. So it ended up being called Rather Be, but in my heart, it's always going to be the Word Song. I'd like to get to know you. I'd love to see just who you are. You would share your dreams. You might just go a little too far, past these limits that we set that made us feel safe but kept us trapped inside its walls, waiting for our dreams to fall into the daily beat of life that beats you up and takes your flight. So you don't stand, no, not at all. You're too afraid that you might fall, so waiting seems your only choice. Too afraid to use your voice. You say you're waiting for a chance, but waiters watch while others dance. I don't wanna be the one who's sitting waiting, so I choose not to be the one whose life's fading. And I don't wanna be the one with something missing. No, I'd much rather be the one that she is kissing. Well, do come to those who wait, but I don't wanna hesitate. I understand that times are strange, and I'll be patient till they change. And everyone can see the light, realize what feels right is more important than the car. It trumps the bills, the house by far. We could could all just have enough, but greed's a seed that we don't cut, grows and spreads with the hunger, turns people in the numbers. Well, I for one, I've had my fill up of my head, impose my will, put a smile on my face, though it may feel out of place. I don't want to be the one who's sitting waiting, so I choose not to be the one whose life's fading. And I don't want to be the one with something missing. No, I'd much rather be the one that she's kissing. Do you know what's in your heart? Maybe that's the place to start. But if you're scared of what you'll find, you let your ego run your mind. Be like a puppet in a play, go through the motions every day, waiting for the sun to shine into the corners of your mind. There is work still to be done to find a place where having fun is the rule, not the exception. And there is no self-deception. The path is there, yet unclear. Might feel all alone out here. You don't have to stand alone. You know these choices are your own. I don't want to be the one who's sitting waiting, so I choose not to be the one whose life is fading. And I don't want to be the one with something missing. No, I'd much rather be the one that she is kissing. Thank you. When I first wrote that song, I had a friend of mine who I've known since I was about 4 years old, and sometimes as a songwriter you write something and you don't tell somebody right away that you wrote it, because if you play it for them and they really like it, then you your ego gets a boost and you can say, oh, well, I actually wrote that. So I played it for him and he just looked at me and basically deadpan. He said, yeah, I know you wrote that. Didn't say even if you liked it or not, he just said, I know you wrote that because there's no way you would remember that many words by anybody else. And I said, that's pretty fair. All right, I'm going to play a couple more here before Steven and Danny come up. Looking forward to... I got to see them at Heather Armstrong's release party a little while ago, so just a great day of music. I'm excited and grateful to be able to share the stage with all these folks. This next song is called Man of Action, and I had, for a number of years, my drive home from work, I'd have about 10 minutes just driving into these beautiful sunsets, just kind of headed right at them. And it was amazing how often I would have my head full of things from the day at work that seemed so important before I left there, and I would kind of come up over this rise and see the sunset, and gave me a little more perspective, and I realized all those things that seem so important, not so much in the bigger scheme of things. And it would remind me that not to double down on my mistakes all the time. You know, if I realize there's another path I can take, not to commit to the one I'm on just because I'm on it, and that sometimes new information gives us new paths to follow. Sunset on the drive home, like many times before, still pulled in by the beauty, this nature I adore. As this peace surrounds me, I feel that I'm one. Memories rush through me in the light of the setting sun. Man of action, a man of my word. Sometimes I forget these things that I've learned. You're there to remind me that I can move on. Well, I can be right if I accept that I'm wrong. I won't look back with regret. I've no time for remorse. Although the road's been windy, I believe stayed the course. Spend some time alone to find myself inside. But if I said I gave up on love, well, my friend, I surely lied. Man of action, a man of my word. Sometimes I forget these things that I've learned. You're there to remind me that I can move on. Well, I can be right if I accept that I'm wrong. Sometimes I forget these things that I've learned. You're there to remind me that I can move on. Well, I can be right if I accept that I'm wrong. Yeah, I can be right if I accept that I'm wrong. Thank you. Before I play my last song, I just want to take a moment to thank Stephen, Erica, Jonathan, and Jimmy, and everybody else. I know it takes a lot of volunteer love and energy to make an event like this happen, so thank you to everybody who's making this possible, and for you folks for coming out, because they're all important parts to make it happen. And Jonathan mentioned I had recorded a single in the last year. I was had a lot of time at home, as I know a lot of us did, and I had been wanting to try my hand at producing my own stuff, so I said, I'm at home, I might as well give it a shot. So I'm going to end off with a song. This is called Right Side of the Times, and this song is actually not about division or anything. It's just following what your own right is. And I know these are difficult times, so I just wanted to take a moment while I was up here to say to treat yourselves and treat each other with respect and as well as you can. Thanks for putting up with me. Change is coming, and we know it's true. No time for running. Change is coming soon. Some will try to fight it, some will try to run. Well, they'll get excited, but change still gonna come. The change is gonna come, get caught on the right side of the times. Don't get distracted, don't toe that line. Well, get caught on the right side of the times. Get caught on the right side of the times. History has shown us mistakes we made in the past. Bigotry and anger weren't built to last. They weren't built to last. Get caught on the right side of the times. Don't get distracted, don't toe that line. Get caught on the right side of the times. Get caught on the right side of the time. Some will say this is what we learn. Some will see a chance to be reborn. gotta get off that fence. One side is open mind, the other ignorance. Will you stay or will you run? The change, well, it's gonna come. A change is gonna come, get caught on the right side of times. Don't get distracted, don't toe that line. Get caught on the right side of times. Get caught on the right side of time. Get caught on the right side of times. Don't get distracted, don't toe that line. Get caught on the right side of the time. Get caught on the right side of the ties. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day.